What up, y'all? It's Krazy here on this beautiful Monday. Sunny side up today. All sunny all week, getting a little tan on. Man, I know you guys can see it right now that I am a lot darker than my last videos. Getting my tan on, just a little sun kissing me, a good one. Love the summertime. Lots of things to do. Wrestling from a Monday Night Raw event last Monday. Got the sprinklers out. Had a water gun fight with my little cousins over the weekend. Got to do a little garden. Planted some tomatoes and flowers. That's pretty. And enjoying the little suntan. Getting plenty of workout stuff. You guys can check it out on my Instagram and train. It'll also be in this Raw prediction video. Raw comment for the shout out. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in, including liking, comment, sharing, and following on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate it. Bye, the rest of y'all who haven't, join the party, join the club, so we can get this rolling. Watch like on Skype, Instagram, YouTube. Check out my latest Raw prediction live. Meeting our Intercontinental Champion Dirty Dom last week. Raw video live in my hometown last week. Enjoying a nice playing water gun fight my little cousins over the weekend. Enjoying Mother's Day. Going out to eat, get a beautiful card to our mom, and prepare kind of candy again. Happy Mommy's Day from Rhea. Bloody Ripley, Monday Night Mommy, will be in the house tonight. I think her and Io could win this match against Julia and Roxanne just like that in this tag team match. It'd be a good match to see it finally end for what they did to Io last week. Or I think Roxanne and Julia got a trick up their sleeve. I think they're going to target and attack Mommy tonight backstage to try to get a 2-on-1 situation over Io, who our World Women's Champion, our World Women's Champion, will not back down, which is going to allow a certain somebody to return. I've been seeing her on social media lately, so it makes me think that she's going to return because I've been seeing her around lately, which before wasn't. She's the perfect woman that would come and help, that's still with the company that would help Io Sky. If it isn't Rhea, I know exactly who could come help Io Sky, and that woman is Axa. So I think we're in for a treat. Either A, be a clean fight, Rhea Ripley, Monday Night Mommy. As you guys can see, I got a new Rhea Bloody Ripley. If I ain't got enough t-shirts of her, I certainly have a new one. Rhea Bloody Ripley. It actually officially says it on there. You know all about my Rhea Ripley collection. The Rhea Ripley NXT shirts from Revolution NXT. When she was on Tag Team Champion, got the card. When she was in the Monday Night Raw Women's Champion, the Revolution. SmackDown Women's Champion. World Women's Champion. You see when she was in the Judgment Day and her best now. And also got a Rhea Ripley Cup. And she's also in the WrestleMania year. I think her and Becky Lynch have one of the greatest women's match that I've ever seen at WrestleMania. It was between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. That was one of the best female matches it's ever going to get at WrestleMania. One of the best ones. So with that being said, we're going to see Monday Night Mommy. I think Monday Night Mommy and Io is either going to beat Roxanne and Julia in a tag team match once and for all the shenanigans, and especially what they did pulling that little stunt last week against Io Sky. But I know they're afraid of Rhea. Who isn't afraid of Rhea? Most women are afraid of Rhea Bloody Ripley, especially when you piss her off. It's Monday Night Mommy. Oh, this past weekend, enjoying my Mother's Day, going to eat with my mother and buying her some scooters and got her card and one of those little fans she's always complaining about being high. I made her Mother's Day weekend. I've done it all week for her. Brought her some Chinese food today. Kicked out some Monday Night Raw prediction right here with y'all. And enjoy my Monday Night Raw. And like I said, water gun fight with my little cousins over the weekend. My little cousins doing some garden and eating with my grandparents. Love the South, my uncle. We got some things going on. I got some new workout and training stuff I showed y'all. Recaps of some movies you'll be seeing my before and after that podcast. Reflecting on Backlash tomorrow. So be on the lookout along with my other podcasts. Be on the lookout for my Raw recap based on tonight, along with my other Raw recaps on the playlist. You'll see in those videos my collections, not only wrestling. I'll be talking about watching the newest movies, just doing a little rundown of the newest, hottest movies that I've seen in my podcast tomorrow. And you can see my Glinda and Alphaba Wicked collection, one of the greatest movies I think that they ever made. You can see the collections in there on my pictures and my videos on Instagram, or this Raw video that I would do a rundown over the greatest movies. Starting my summer early for this summer. A little bit of mini golf, trail walking, workout and training, and a little bit of fishing and some fun things to do. Wrestling events, Monday Night Raw last week, Raw prediction today. Podcast coming tomorrow. Before and after that, along with the other, be added to that playlist as always. Page and story for new and following subscribers, and it'll also have Raw reaction / commentary along with the Raw recap. My version of Raw recap is Raw reaction / commentary tomorrow, along added to the playlist with the other ones. So with that being said, definitely Rhea and Io could win the match against Julia and Roxanne for them attacking Io last week. But I think they're going to have a trick up their sleeve. Either that's going to happen, or they're going to attack Mommy because they know how strong and dominated Rhea is, especially when she's mad. Nobody touches Io except Rhea and Ripley, as she once told them. Especially when she wasn't even there to protect her. And now they went below the belt again. That was a good match between Roxanne and Io before the attack shit happened. Io knocking out Roxanne for the Women's Championship belt. And then them attacking her when the match was over. I mean, she did beat them on NXT. Rhea got a hold of them. Helping each other out since WrestleMania. Got this new tag team alliance going on between Rhea and Io. But I think they could attack Rhea. And as much as I don't want them to, because Mommy is back, still bothers me. I didn't get to see her last week. But I'm glad she got to enjoy her hometown, be with family and friends, and got to be happy. And further taking over Halloween time, which is around her birthday, which is around my favorite time of the year. She earned it, and she definitely deserved it. So, I give her that. And I did get to see her wish Happy Mommy's Day this weekend for Mother's Day. Hope y'all enjoyed your mothers and family and gave them the best as well. Got to hear the Rock say Happy Mother's Day to all moms, and Mommy on Mommy's Day. And like I said, took my mommy to dinner and got her a card. And one of those little fans, because she always claimed about me and Hyde doing something different, unique. Usually people get cards, flowers, balloons. I got her a card and took her out to dinner. One of those little fans was just saying that. Got her favorite candy and some green tea because I didn't want to drink pop. It's good for you, so we got a whole pack of it. And even brought her Chinese food today for Monday Night Mommy. Waiting all week for Monday Night Mommy. Now that she's here, I'm happy that she's going to be here, but I have a feeling Julia and Roxanne are going to attack her. And then that's going to allow the one and only to return to Monday Night Raw, Asuka and Io Sky, to defeat Julia and Roxanne in tag team action for attacking Io last week. And you're damn right, Rhea's going to get her hands on them next week if they attack her tonight. So, that's what I think's going on there. CM Punk, looks like we got him and Seth Rollins. Match going on here. Possibly getting help from Sami Zayn if Braun Baker should get involved. And looks like we got main event Jey Uso. Gonna make it fair and square, get his revenge against Logan Paul tonight, possibly putting the world title on the line. Yeeting his way on Monday night. Yeet terms. It's gonna be a yeet party. Yeet. Because main event Jey Uso is gonna be in the city, throwing it down. as a world champion, yeeting it up. Gotta reverse it. Yeet it some more. Yeet. He damn straight he gonna get his revenge on Logan Paul. I think he's gonna put that world title on the line against him. And CM Punk and Seth, unfinished business. Definitely need to be an Extreme Rules match between them at this point. And Braun Baker, if he gets involved, maybe see CM Punk and Sammy team up against them. Against Braun and Seth in a tag match to lead up to it. So, that could happen too. Because we all know CM Punk is going to direct Seth Rollins. And like I said, they need an Extreme Rules match with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And Sami Zayn ain't going out like that. He ain't going to be back on the injury list. He's ready for Braun Baker. Rhea and Io ready for Julian Roxanne. If that happens, I think we'll get the return of Asuka to make it what happened to Io last week. Mommy will definitely get her hands on if they attack her this week. Because as much as I don't want that to happen, I have a feeling, and it keeps me in the back of my mind, that's going to happen. But then we'll get the return of Asuka, and then her and Io whoop Julia and Roxanne's ass for what they did to Io last week. And we get to see Monday Night Mommy get her hands dirty next week just to put the icing on the cake. Plus, Seth and CM Punk, that Extreme Rules match, either Extreme Rules and Hell in a Cell should be coming up, or a Last Man Standing match, something like that. That would be good for those two. Just to beat the hell out of each other and no one to stop them, just the two of them. I think that would be perfect for them at this terms, at this state of mind where they're at with each other. And then Jey Uso putting that title on the line against Logan Paul, just to show why it wasn't a fluke why he won that title. Why Logan Paul, I mean, you can hate him all you want, but he does get better sweet out of the best wrestlers. Gonna throw down. And the War Raiders, I think they're gonna win their tag team tonight against American Made. Be ready for whatever the New Day, who's gonna be lurking, because they know those titles are gonna be on the line. Get their titles back. So, as far as that goes, I think a phenomenal AJ Styles could knock off Finn Balor, go after Dominic for the Intercontinental Championship belt. That's where it's leading up to. I think Penta can get his hands on Intercontinental. I think that maybe Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee and LWO might have to team up to take out the Judgment Day in a 5-on-5 10-man tag team action. Like, Penta can get his hands on Chad Gaverton or El Grande, however you want to say it. Penta can win this match tonight for what happened last week on Raw getting involved. But he could also, him, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and LWO could team up against the Judgment Day once and for all, including El Grande, in a 5-on-5 10-man tag team action, like kicking off next week on Raw to settle that. Let alone Rhea getting her hands dirty to settle that after Io gets the payback tonight. And we get to see the return of Asuka. That would be cool. That's just a conspiracy. That's just a prediction. But I keep seeing it happen. That would be really cool. We'll get to soon find out. And then, of course, the War Raiders. Don't American Made tonight. They're ready for the New Day next week for the tag team titles. CM Punk and Seth definitely ready to throw down. It'd be cool seeing them in a Hell in a Cell match or a Last Man Standing match. Maybe even a No Holds Bar match so we can see them, like, fight all over the parking lot and backstage, you know, talking about the best matches, when especially that type of heat where you just want to beat the hell out of each other. That would be cool to see that. So I'm ready for that one, if that should happen. Let alone Penta and LWO teaming up. I think that would be perfect to take out the Judgment Day kickoff once and for all. And in the Raw petition next week, let alone if Asuka returns tonight in honor of Io and Rhea getting thrown out next week. So that would be pretty cool to see that. And AJ Styles, I mean, you can imagine the rest of the Judgment Day is going to get involved, but I think he'll lead up to the Intercontinental Championship against Dominic. Kind of thought it would happen at Backlash, but since we had the Women's Intercontinental Championship, it kind of got jam-packed. Spread these tag teams a little bit in the women and the men's division. And with that being said, that covers everything. So, That takes care of my Raw predictions for tonight. It'll be added to my page and my story for new and following new subscribers and returning subscribers on my page and story. If you want to check out this Raw prediction, Raw commentary, join the Instagram follow. Whether you like it, whether you comment on it, I'll give you a shout out by screenshotting your name. You'll see it in the Raw comment video. That'll be added along with the other Raw and SmackDown comment by Krazy. Have your eyes out, look out for tomorrow. Before and after that podcast for the week, reflecting on Backlash movies on tomorrow. And my Raw recap reflecting on tonight will be added to my commentary / reaction. And you're going to get some horror game streaming, as well as Backlash and SmackDown game streaming matches. So be on the lookout for that as well. So, with that being said, one word, 4 letters. Yeet.